Hello and thank you for joining us on the Friday edition of Journalist Hangout. I'm Benga Oreshegun. Today on the program, President Bola Tinubu tells governors to obey Supreme Court and local governments their allocation. INEC wades into PDP leadership crisis, summons factions as Wike-backed faction dissolves party executives in 14 states. And later on the show, President Bola Tinubu pledges creation of state police to U.S. and European allies. Well, I'll be hanging out with Babajide Kolade, Otitoju, and Kaide Ladende. Journalist Hangout starts right now. Now let's begin the conversation. According to a saying by the Yoruba people, perpetrators of evil are well aware of their antics. They're only waiting for those who will chide them, the deceased. The vexed issue of genuine local government autonomy remains a knotty issue in Nigeria, and those working against it are within. As such, President Bola Tinubu has told the 36 governors to hand over local government allocation to the local government areas in compliance with the Supreme Court judgment. Speaking at the 14th APC National Caucus meeting at the State House Conference Center in Abuja, the President Tinubu said there will be no autonomy for local government areas without funded mandate. He told the governors to give them their money directly. Okay, let's begin the conversation this way, BKO. I mean, this directive by the President, how instructive is it? And also, why does it matter?
Of course, it matters. In part, it significantly matters. The Supreme Court justices are not happy that they gave a judgment that has not been obeyed. And it is the responsibility of the executive to ensure that, in this case, the Supreme Court's order is carried out. The Supreme Court said that only persons who pass through an election can run a local government. For that reason, caretaker chairman, vice chairman, and the rest of them were told to go.
Yes.
And proper elections, even if those elections were one-sided and returned the ruling party in the various states, we are used to that. But at least proper elections were conducted. The Supreme Court also ruled that only chairmen properly elected should lay their hands on the funds of local councils.
Okay.
Again, that judgment has been implemented. That part of the judgment has been implemented. What has not been implemented is what the Supreme Court complained about, which is that the Attorney General of the Federation has not really done anything of significance to ensure that these local council chairmen get their funds directly. According to the judges, they have not seen anything that suggests that the Attorney General of the Federation had put modalities in place to ensure that these people receive their funds directly from the Federation account. And that was the main kernel of the Supreme Court judgment.
Okay.
So you cannot implement the Supreme Court judgment in spades. You must implement it completely. You can't cherry pick what to obey. This is the final court in our country, and every one of us is beholden to the laws of our country. Those who came up with the idea of courts knew that without the courts, we'll be living in the perpetual state of nature, Thomas Hobbes' state of nature, where everyone simply does what pleases him. There has to be order. So I'm happy that they used the occasion of the judgment they handed down on the Osun State local council matter to drive home the point that the judgment they gave since 2023 has not been obeyed. So it's not right at all. It's not right. Many of us were excited when that judgment came. We saw it as a way of solving the problem. But governors continue to hold on to the fact that there is this joint account between states.
Yeah, Jack.
And I don't want to abuse governors here because they will say Jide has come again, and you know a lot of them are congratulating me.
Yeah, I've seen a few.
So they will say Jide has come with his trouble again. Even governors I have not seen before, I have not met them, I'm seeing them congratulating me. So, but the truth is the truth.
Yeah.
Let these governors listen to the president. The president has come out in the open to say, give them their money. Don't use Jack as an avenue to deny this council chairman what should go to them. Let's respect the Supreme Court.
The Supreme Court. I mean, but the thing is, you talked about the governor. What's the possible implications, for governors who don't heed to this directive?
If you look at that atmosphere where the president said it was more of a political atmosphere. But the good thing is, this is a man who is committed to even giving them state police. So he's indirectly saying that if I'm ready, to devolve power to you to handle your security, why don't you also treat the third tier of government according to the law? So I think he has really reached out to their moral conscience, if there's any word like that. He has been able to let them know that I've shown you enough respect. And the good thing for me, as someone who is studying the democracy, I like what is happening. If the Supreme Court, and this is also a serious chide to those people who laugh at judiciary and say judiciary has been subsumed by the executive. Don't forget that the Supreme Court has been very stern against the executive in the recent time. They scolded them over this local government autonomy. So the president is saying that you guys caused this insult. You need to treat the third tier of government according to the law.
But what enforcement mechanism, will the federal government deploy if the states fail to remedy?
I think what the president has done is he has given them that body language, and they know that when he means it, he means it. He's been trying to be fatherly, trying to be politically correct, but this time around he has told them, this is the law. Let this money go to the local government. Do not hijack the money. That's not his language, but we are interpreting the whole thing to say that let local government function. One of the good things about this administration, two things I remember very strongly, is this removal of subsidy. It was a bold step. And another one is going to the court to seek clarification on the local government autonomy. So these two things can only be celebrated forever if there is proper implementation. So the implication is simple. Let the AGF do the right thing. Do not allow state government, to take this money. Any money that takes it should be taken back to the courts. That's a simple issue. But I believe that they will comply. Because most of them are even in the in majority APC governors.
So if the president, since there are about 28 APC governors now, so if governors are refusing to do the right thing, it means it's APC governors who are the ringleaders.
Exactly.
It's as simple as that. So the fingers are pointing. All 5 fingers are pointing in their direction. So it's the right thing to do. the executive must not create a situation in which the judiciary becomes adversarial on account of being disrespected, on account of his verdicts not being obeyed.
Okay. All right, gentlemen, straight to our next conversation. Effective